Thank you.
Hey, now we're having a good time, man.
There you go.
So let's get everyone back to the ring.
Damn, y'all went crazy.
No. Damn right.
That was your break.
Those are not very good.
I'll survive. I cried when I saw this. I'm not even joking. Cause like I don't know if you noticed this, but like that's my face. That's my face.
You actually took that picture?
No, dude.
They made this?
This is me, dude. I fucking freaked out when I saw that shit. Dude, I fucking freaked out when I saw that shit.
I remember us saying that it looked like you, but I don't remember the face. That looks like you,
I'll tell you the truth, man. That looks like me, dude.
That looked like you, dude.
I don't know what to tell you guys. It looks just like me, man.
Wait for Kristen and then the
I'm glad that they got that on video.
Where's the knife?
I know.
Just for the record.
Who's got a knife?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's not a knife.
I don't see a knife on me, ladies and gentlemen. Do you mind if I parte el queso, por favor?
Wait for Kristen.
Wait for Kristen.
She's right there. She's just...
I was gonna cut the cheese. Is what I was saying.
You can cut the cheese, don't cut the cake yet, alright?
Way to go, James.
I don't think that wait's long enough, bro.
Excuse me,
I'm gonna have to ask you to stand in the back.
Daniel, why do you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came over.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Y'all already heard what we said before, but we're just gonna let y'all indulge in yourself.
I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. Can I cut this damn sugar cake now? Come on, sugar, let me cut some cake.
All right, Fernando, do the honor.
Let me see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want everybody to join us around as we celebrate the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we have bestowed before us. Let us enjoy this time. Amadeo, say a few words, please.
Spread them legs.
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
All the time, God is good, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, hold on. I have something to say. Life is not a waste of time. Time is not a waste of life. So,
Let's spend some time getting wasted.
Yes, that's it.
Over still.
Let's get some time. Time is wasted. I don't fucking remember, bro.
I think you did good.
I think you did all right. I did all right. I tried.
¿Quién quiere pastel? A ver, ¿quién? Mordida. A ver.
James and Colby, we need to, the three of us need to take a picture of the red carpet. What? Red carpet picture before we tear it down.
Yes. Next cake slice.
Well, welcome. We're about to get back into it, but first we have a few remarks from James Ibarra, the director of the series, Amadeo Rivas, the producer of the series, and Colby Guillory, another producer and writer of the series.
I want to tell you all that episode 2 has been worth the wait. But first I need to thank some people. I'd like to thank our very talented director, James Ibarra. So this is actually James's directorial debut. So just imagine where he's going to be in the future. James is the type of person that he'll look for the little details that Amadeo and I ignore, and he'll fight for them. And he'll fight for them to make them the most special parts of our episodes. Amadeo, our wonderful one-man film crew, he can do anything. He can color, he can edit, he can hold the boom pole, he can act. Anything's possible with him. Well, he's always thinking about Salesman. I never have to worry about Salesman because I know it is his #1 priority. It makes a big production like this possible. And the same can be said for so many of our cast and crew members, like Fabian and Daniel working in the booth right now. Every single person that is in our credits is someone who has given their time, treasure, and talent to the strongest no-budget guerrilla film group in San Antonio. And I think the quality really shows for it. I'm very grateful for what we've done and for what we will continue to do. I think that if we would have known how big of an ordeal this was going to be, we would have never done it. But because we didn't, we had the courage to just keep going and make it possible. I'm really grateful to all of you, and I'm really grateful for San Antonio. Thank you, guys.
I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming out tonight and supporting the local arts and supporting us. And this is only episode 2 that you're about to see, which I'm very excited for you to see.
Can't wait for more.
Yes, thank you. I kind of gave you guys my spiel earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Amadeo, but I just want to say thank you.
All right, so I wrote this down because when I get nervous, I have to write things down so I don't stutter. Well, that's just right now at this very instant. That's not like I'm pretty good on there, but he makes me look good. Let's be fair here. Anyways, so I'll start right now since we don't have that much time. There are people that I wish that were here that are no longer with us, but I know in my heart that they are now supporting us and watching over us. As for the people who are physically here, I'd like to thank all of you for coming to the biggest event I have had the pleasure of being a part of. We would have never had this event so well put together if it wasn't for my longtime girlfriend, Kristen Quintanilla. She's the love of my life, and I wouldn't be standing here today without her. I want to thank my whole family, the Rivases and the Chavitas, for always being there for me when I needed them. Not once did they ever tell me to change for anyone. To stay true to myself and always do my best to be kind. I love my mom so much and my dad. They promoted the hell out of this. And I'm so lucky to have them as parents. And my grandmother, Genoveva, is also an unsung hero in all of this. And she is my heart, and her love and kindness is something that I can only hopefully one day match. And as for my team, James is a headstrong leader who always pushes us to do better. Not only is he kind, but he's smart, determined, and is machismo in the best of ways. Colby is loyal. You can always talk to him without judgment, and you can always rely on him for being in your corner. And Daniel, who's up in the booth right now, he is my childhood best friend, and he's always made me laugh when I thought I couldn't, and vice versa. I'm eternally grateful to be friends with so many passionate people with so many passionate people. They are San Antonians. Yeah. This city and its people mean so much to me, and I'll do my best to never change for anyone.
That was a great job, Amadeo. My God. Wow. I can feel the love in this room. It's amazing. It's so wild to see, to look around and see all these seats just full of loving people, and I'm so excited. Without further ado, episode 2.
Oh, can we get Kristen down here too? Hi everybody. How you doing? Was that good? Did y'all like it? Okay. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a red carpet. So we're gonna be signing pictures and doing this stuff, and then we're gonna be doing a raffle. I think we're gonna do the raffle first, right? Yep. So we're gonna do the raffle first. If we can get the tickets out over here. So we're gonna do a raffle, and the raffle is it's a signed poster from the majority of the crew. I mean, it's the main actors that signed it, so it's pretty good. Yeah, we're good for it. It's a 24 by 36 inch, right? Or is it 36 by 24? Yeah, I'll know it. Yeah, it's a poster. Anyways, so it's signed by most of us, and we're gonna do a raffle. But while we're waiting, and also just in general, we're gonna do a quick Q&A. So and right here we can introduce everybody down the line, and Kristen also. So if anybody has any questions, if you want to raise your hand about the production for the people of San Antonio, If you want to have any just questions about how we shot something, how we did, we can answer all of that. And also, yeah, it's this poster right here. Yeah. It doesn't come with the frame. I'm just kidding. It's a $30 frame though, just so you know.
Don't worry, it'll be worth like $2 million in a few years.
It'll be worth a lot of money one day. Anyways, so we're gonna be doing a Q&A, and I'm Amadeo Rivas. I play Lenny Finkelstein, and I edit some of it. And yeah, that's me.
I'm Fabian Antonio Munoz. I'm one of the producers, underline producer, something. I'm also a dead hobo, hobo number 5762. And occasional background actor.
Hey guys. I'm James Ivada. I play Vincent Vicchetto, and I'm one of the producers, writers, and the director of Salesman the series.
Hello, my name is Daniel Smith. I'm the color grader and assistant camera.
Hey y'all, I'm Colby Guillory. I'm one of the writers and producers on Salesman.
Hello, I'm Kristen Quintanilla, and I am the director of photography and a producer on Salesman.
All right, so we're gonna do the raffle right now since I have the raffle. So everyone who did the raffle, take out your tickets real quick, and I'm gonna. We got a drum roll, please. Okay. 3519032. 3519. Oh! It went to this guy. Good job.
So our winner, what is your name? What is your name? Wait. His name is Brendan. Give it up for Brendan. Brendan, how do you feel about winning the raffle tonight?
It's the best day of my life.
It's the best day of his life. Where are you gonna put it, Brendan? Where are you gonna put it?
Right above my bed.
Right above his bed. Let's go.
Anyways, we're gonna do Q&A. Could we get Raquel? Actually, you wanna?
Yes, come join us up here. We got Raquel Rivas, actress in Salesman the series. All the cast, all the crew. If you're here in the audience, we invite you to come up here, take questions, do your thing.
I'll go if you go, bro.
Hold on, let's wait. Yeah, sure. But let's let the cast come up real quick, and when we're gonna. And if you have any questions, I have a question. Oh, like 1, 2, 3, champagne. I'm sorry. This is usually how organized we usually are. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have some questions. So yes. So if anybody has any questions, raise your hands. Yes, sir.
What's the Q&A?
That's Noah's dad.
A Q&A is a question and answer. So if you have a question for one of us, we will answer. Anybody have a question? You in the back. Yes, you.
So first of all, the color grading guy, excellent job on the color, dog.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it so much.
It was great. To the director, what are some influences that you got from directors that you saw? Because I saw some Pulp Fiction, some John Waters.
I want to give away my secrets now. As far as influences go, I use the nostalgia of being born in the 90s and looking at old photographs from my childhood that I don't remember. And I long for the early 90s, because how many people here were born before 1995? And see how many people were born after 1995? Do you feel like you've been there a little bit now? For those after? Do you feel familiar for those before? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I was born in 1994. So in 1995, I was a baby. And as far as I look at old photographs, old movies. I try to keep my movie watching to before 1995 just to get that nostalgia. But I'm very influenced by, yes, movies like Pulp Fiction, older movies from the 70s, crime movies, comedy movies, you know, any kind of other low-budget movies that took place at that time. Because can you imagine people that were making movies in the 90s with film cameras? Everything's digital now. It was hard for us to do it, and it's digital. Can you imagine doing it with film? That's crazy. Okay, next question. Yes, you.
So, first and foremost, just a comment. Thank you so much for highlighting San Antonio. And secondly, the music. The musical influences have just really kind of tightened up and told your story. And so, secondly, that is really amazing. My question is, right, with San Antonio and knowing, and when I take a look at the landscape of all the people up there on the stage, right, it's like I, think that most of you know San Antonio and how the city is divided into north side, east side, south side, west side kind of thing, right? And what I really am enjoying is seeing all these iconic places that tell the story of our city, and not only, like what our city is now, but what our city was before, and in the 80s and the 90s, and the transformational that's occurring. My question is, how do you pick those iconic settings? And we saw many during the filming of this. It's like, how do you pick those iconic places to play a part in an amazing genre of film that is just telling like a really cool story? I can't wait for what's gonna happen next, right? Because there's so many ways that your storyline could go. But going back to the question, how do you choose those iconic places in San Antonio to play a major part in your city?
That is an excellent question that I'm going to have to give the answer to Amadeo Rivas.
Hi there. Okay, so growing up, I grew up here, and I'm a member of a very of something known as the Rivas clan. They're all musicians. Every single one of them, including my Aunt Raquel, who plays my mom, and my Uncle George, who's somewhere. He's right there. My Uncle George and my Uncle Henry actually is my Uncle Henry. So they're all real musicians, including my dad, who's a drummer, and my Tío Tony right here is the oldest Rivas brother, but he's the coolest Rivas brother. Just kidding. But he is. He played with the Royal Jesters. He's on, and same with George. Anyways, so there's that. I have that little legacy, and then I've always done deep dives on San Antonio history and things. I even went as far as joining the San Antonio Tour Guide Association for a brief time. I still get the emails, I care so much about the city, and there's this thing in my brain where I hate change. I think a lot of people don't like change, and so I always saw this city that's forever changing and everything, and it's just I didn't recognize it from when I was a kid, and I really wanted to choose certain places that not only meant something from just like me as a kid, but like what means something for everybody. Like everybody drives past the El Montan Motel. Some people have stayed there. Actually, the guy that owns the car in Salesman, the one that you see us driving around a lot. He actually, when we were filming there, he was like, when I first came to San Antonio in the 70s, I stayed in this room right here. And we were like, whoa. So it was, it was crazy. And I spent the night there. It was scary.
Well, it is one thing.
Because it's old. Anyways, but it's a really awesome place, too. Anyways, so I really care about the businesses and the memories and the locations of San Antonio. Its culture, its history is very important, and the city's forever changing. So I want to use this show to preserve that image that we've all kept in our head, in the back of our mind, that we've all grown up with, that we all deserve, because like Hollywood misrepresents San Antonio a lot. This city deserves to have a show about them, and its people work so hard, like so hard, and it really cracks me up just talking about it. But yeah, that's basically it.
Like he was saying, we want to show more locations than just. Thank you, Amadeo. Everybody give Amadeo a round of applause. Yes, yes. And we want to show more locations than the, Pinche Riverwalk. Every time anybody's here, oh, I've never been to San Antonio before, where should I go? Oh, yeah, go to the Riverwalk, and you can go to Margaritaville, and you can go to the Tower of Americas. How many people here have been to the Tower of Americas that grew up here? Yeah. Okay, I barely went last year for the first time. Lived here my whole life. And, there's so many more places that represent us as a city, as a people. And I feel like we're, like Amadeo was touching on, we're very underrepresented as a city, as opposed to places like Los Angeles and New York City and Chicago, these other major cities. San Antonio has so much stories to tell and so many locations to explore and so much music to explore, especially during the 90s. That's another reason our show takes place during the 90s, because I feel like San Antonio was in its golden era in the 90s, right? Yeah, I heard from a lot of people that were there. The Cowboys were doing good. The Spurs were doing good. That's right, and a lot of filmmaking was going on in the 90s too. Yeah, so they shot Knight Rider here. Knight Rider 2000. Knight Rider 2000, people know. Okay, next question.
Me?
You.
Well, first I just want to say, even though I didn't grow up that much here in San Antonio, but I have lived longer here ever since I moved here in 2011.
We accept you, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Trust me, it's been rough growing up being autistic. And, because me and Amadeo knew each other since high school. We're both filmmakers and anime fans. So.
Yes.
But as a storyteller, I have one question. I love it all. I love the color grading, the editing, the cinematography. Chef's kiss right there. But
Chef's kiss.
What's with that double scene?
Yes. Hey, it's a movie.
Okay.
It's a movie. All right.
Okay.
It makes sense in this episode. Yes. I would like to say that the devil was played by Greg Simmons.
Oh. What?
Yes, that Greg Simmons. Would you like to elaborate on that, Colby?
That tracks.
Yeah, so we like to have a bit of magical realism in the show. Just because there's so many things in life that we really can't explain that it's better to just go off the feelings for them. And that if a story is just so by the numbers predictable that you can implicitly understand, oh, okay, this happens because this happens, that makes sense. That's just not how life works. Life is gonna hit you in the gut with a wrench a lot.
Sometimes it's just the devil.
Yeah, but for that scene, you can interpret it how you will. Just a guy that works a pretty bad job at a pretty rough accounting office in the Pyramid Building, But we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna have more aspects like that in the future.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, so notice how the devil was played by somebody that was the CEO of a financial corporation.
Damn.
Yeah. Think about that. Just think about that. A lot of, the show is called Salesman, and that's not just because it's about a watch salesman. We're all salesmen here, aren't we? Right? We all go to our jobs and put on our salesman face. Oh, today I'm a mechanic. Today I work as a watch salesman. I'm a gun dealer. You know what I'm saying? We all have this face that we put on as people. We're all salesmen to some corporation that we're making money off of, right? And who would be the top of that corporation? The devil.
Surrealism.
Oh, it's deep now, isn't it? It's not just silly. Wow, crazy. Okay, next question. You in the front.
Did you guys run up against any resistance or hesitations on filming locations?
Yes. Yes, we definitely...
We had a plan. Did it slow us down? We always had an exit plan.
Yeah, no. Did we always? Yeah, we always had an exit plan. Did we always have permission? Maybe about 90% of the time, or 50% of the time. But no, this is very much shot in the guerrilla filmmaking style, as in just get it done. What? Do it before the cops show up is literally how we go about it most of the time. Okay, next question.
That shot in the Alamo, I had 2 minutes to shoot that before they kicked us out.
Literally, yes, yeah. And that train scene, what did y'all think about the train scene? Very illegal. Yes. Very illegal what we did. But it was badass, right?
Yeah!
All right, next question. You in the back.
Hi. Real quick, I can see someone like a bit of inspiration for like big shows, serious shows, kind of like Narcos, Reina del Sur. When did you guys decide to go into a comedic direction? Was that early in the? I mean, it's funny as hell.
Thank you. Well, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to describe it because there are a lot of shows like Narcos and all these other like crime shows that deal with Hispanic people, right? And we all are kind of stereotyped as Hispanic people in these crime shows, right? Okay, so imagine if there was somebody in a show that made fun of shows like that. That's what Salesman is. Salesman is a parody of crime shows about Hispanic people.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna let that just sit with you. I'm not gonna explain that anymore. Next question. Who is the first? Off to the left? Yes. The Chihuahua belonged to my late grandmother. Yeah, and then the Chihuahua also passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, happier question. You, Marco, go ahead.
Who has that question? Always fun. Glad to see this
You're next.
happen. I mean, I remember 2 years ago when it happened downtown. No, the whole.
At Alamo City Studios. Yes, thank you.
That happened. We had to find the space. But I'm just curious. I think I told you all. Told me this last time. How many episodes there are planned for this series?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, a lot. Okay, so this is episode 2, right? We have season 1 written. Season 1, that's 10 episodes for season 1. Season 2 and season 3 and probably season 1 through 9. 1 through 9. 1 through 9. So that's 10 episodes per season, 90 episodes. Yes. No, there's a big story to tell here. This is just touching on it. And you're part of the lucky 200 that got to see the first 2 episodes. Yes. Next question, and I want to pass the microphone to somebody. Next question. You in the back.
So since it's days, like, you know, in the 90s and stuff, how hard has it been for y'all to, like, source props and stuff like that?
Oh, Attica. I'm going to give that to my props master over here.
Okay, so most of the props, I kind of give myself my own jobs, which is why earlier, if you notice, he said I'm a one-man film crew. So I have to source the props myself, or I don't steal any of them, luckily. Yeah, so every once in a while. But okay, so a lot of the props come from either OfferUp or I have to physically make them. Like the ID, I had to physically make that one. And then a lot of the graphics and things like that was thanks to editing.
A lot of it too is, you know, stuff from like heirlooms, you know, from family. Like, hey mom, do you have any old magazines? Or hey, do you have an old telephone? You know.
Yeah.
We all have the props in our houses somewhere, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure y'all noticed all the little Easter eggs I put of San Antonio history all over the place. And that right there is my bread and butter. All right, I have all of that stuff that you saw in there. That's all in my house. So, and these guys see them a lot. So, yeah.
Honestly, most of the period accurate stuff definitely goes to Amadeo. He's really good about finding locations, finding music, finding props, all that kind of stuff. Give it up for Amadeo for the details.
I'll do the other thing. Next question. Oh, okay. I see there's a guy in the back. He's been asking forever. Yes, you right there. You're right there. Yes, you.
Oh, yeah. So the main character's name is Finkelstein, and he has this like Schlemazel comedy vibe almost. Is that conscious, or is that just something that's from the like mass culture,
Honestly, it just comes from me. But
it comes from him for one, but it also represents those like New York like crime movies and like those Italian movies that we're also familiar with, like the Sopranos, like Goodfellas, like, you know, The Godfather. And he kind of represents some of those characters because Lenny's father is actually from New York and he was a detective. Ooh. Yeah, we'll elaborate more on that in further episodes.
I'm sorry, they just let me know that we only have time for one more question. So everyone who has a question, just raise your hand, and I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm just gonna pick it. On the right. Right there.
You're on the right.
Okay, yeah, Fabian can answer this one.
So I'm gonna keep this brief because this is my my biggest contribution as a producer. If any of y'all know Studio Mappa, that's the conditions we put them through. I'm sorry. It was a rush 6 months, but hey, let's introduce our animators. Richard Flores and Nina. I forgot to say your last name, but hey, tell us about the animation process. Torture.
Yes.
It was really hard. We didn't have enough time to create a unified art style, as you noticed, but we had them just do it the way. Any other further compliments?
It was very last minute, so we couldn't really smooth out some of the rough edges. But yeah, I think it was fine.
Yeah, we put a lot into it, and it came out good.
Give it time.
I just would like to remind you that we shoot in 24 frames per second, and that means 24 individual drawings went into every second of those animations. So yes, it may have only been 15, 20 seconds, but that's 24 individual drawings per second for these animations. That's a lot. That is a lot to do. That's crazy that they were able to do it. And as far as reasoning goes for the animation, this is the fantasy of Dolores De Leon, which is one of our new characters. What do y'all think about Dolores De Leon? It's kind of scary, right? She's a little scary. Yes, very scary. Okay, I have been told to pause for the extras.
No. I wanted, applause for the extras. Yes. Because those are real puro San Antonians, So, yeah, if you're an extra, stand up if you're an extra. Because, yeah, there we go. See, there we go. There we go. All right, y'all filled in the space when nobody couldn't. All right, well, that's about it here.
I'm going to do one more question. One more question. Go ahead. Yes, you.
So I've already seen how far this story is going. My big question is, what can we expect from episode 3? Do Lenny and Vincent become friends?
No. It's a working relationship, Expect more violence and humor, and I'm gonna give it to Colby, and after that we're gonna have our closing remarks. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm very excited for episode 3. Episode 3 is going to go in a slightly different direction than our other episodes, because we're still fleshing out the cast of characters by introducing them, bit by bit. But this one's going to show off more of the nightlife. Episodes 1 and 2 is mostly focused on what happens in San Antonio during the day. We're going to show what happens, when the creeps and crawlies come out to play. It's going to be fast-paced. It's going to be high-octane. I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it.
Thank all of you for coming out tonight. Give it up for yourselves, for being the early fans of Salesman the series. Let's hold your hands up and toast. Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
All right, seeing as this is the end, we are gonna have other screenings, actually. Not here, but in different venues around San Antonio, because we want to show this around. So please tell your friends, tell your family. We're going to be sending out flyers and announcing them as soon as possible on social media and stuff like that. So if you guys have, if you guys see it and stuff, tag us. We're our Instagram is @Salesman the Series on Instagram, and on Facebook is also just Salesman the Series. And super easy. Yeah, super easy. Thanks, Iz. And her name is Izzy. Yeah, dude, and also I just want to give a round of applause for the cast here, because these guys are awesome. Come on, pat yourselves in the back. All right, that's basically it.
Also, if you want to be part of the cast and crew, hit us up. If you're trying to be an actor, if you're trying to be a cast member, if you want us to use your pre-1995 vehicle or house, I'm serious. No, really, you are all experiencing the early stages of Salesman the series, and you can be a part of it. Yes. This could be you.
We are for the people of San Antonio and by the people of San Antonio.
All right, so that's it, yeah.
Oh wait,
We have one more comment, yes.
One more question.
He has time for another question.
One more.
All right, one more question.
Okay, so we came over here and we were watching the first episode, and my cousin was like, I'm the Rain Man of cantinas, right? So that one bar that was right before that, you know, the skinheads, we're gonna go, the Nazis, whatever. What bar was that?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, that was, it's called Southside Bar.
Southside.
Southside Bar and Grill. Southside Bar and Grill.
Is that's his name now?
Yes.
Que comas y
Yes.
tragas.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not the Rain Man of cantinas.
That bar is located in Lytle, Texas, near San Antonio, so.
And I will mention, that's a great place to go out to. You want to know why? Because I literally got half the cast drunk that whole screening day. Cheap beers, cheap margaritas, just go there. It's a great place.
That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
thank all of you for coming out to see Salesman the Series, episode 1 and 2. Please go out and buy some merchandise and take some pictures at the red carpet. We will be signing autographs and other things like that as the actors, yes. And if you want to come up and say hi to us, go ahead. Good night, everybody.
Actors, will you please meet us at the merch table so you can get some pens so you can sign some stuff?